Hey friends, welcome back to Aptistic, where we turn industrial vibes into your dream winter escape. Imagine stepping into this stunning vintage loft apartment. Raw brick walls hugging cozy layered warmth, iron beams overhead, and that soft snow glow pouring through every window. We're diving deep into 20 gorgeous spaces, from the welcoming foyer to a private balcony skyline perch, all tied together with reclaimed oak floors and urban winter magic. Grab your coffee, settle in, and let's tour this industrial vintage winter loft that screams luxury comfort. You won't want to leave. You step into the foyer and instantly feel that soft, quiet winter hush wrapping around the whole loft. Brick walls glow in the natural light, and the slim console shows off art, keys, and a little everyday chaos. Your boots tap on warm oak boards while a vintage lamp pools golden light, making even dropping your bag feel special. A big window frames the snowy city, and suddenly the outside rush feels far away from this quiet pocket. You pause for a second, breathe in the season, and know this place will be your favorite winter hideout for many days. You wander down the hallway, and it feels more like a tiny art gallery than a simple path between rooms. Brick and soft gray walls carry framed pieces you actually want to stop and study, each one glowing under gentle light. Your footsteps echo on the oak floor, mixing with the quiet hum of the city drifting in from the windows. Every few steps, you catch another snowy rooftop through the glass and feel oddly proud this moody winter loft is yours. It is just a hallway, but tonight it feels like the opening scene to a slow, beautiful story. You sink into the big leather sofa, and it sighs back, like it has been waiting all day just for you. Sunlight pours through the tall windows, sliding across the oak floor and catching curls of steam from your mug on the table. Outside, rooftops sit under fresh snow, but inside everything feels layered and warm, from the brick walls to soft cushions. The room is open, but corners stay cozy, and every shadow from the iron beams feels like part of the design. You breathe deep, stretch out, and let the winter world stay outside while this universe settles. Later, you slide into the media nook, where the screen floats inside dark metal framing like another window in the wall. Shelves around it hold little stories, old books, worn ceramics, things you grabbed over the years and never quite let go. You drop onto the low seat, feeling the grain of wood beneath your hand, the leather soft and slightly cool. Light from the snowy city flickers across the screen, and suddenly the whole corner feels like a private cinema made for one. You scroll, choose familiar, and let the sound wash over brick, metal, and wood you love. In the window corner, the bench almost feels like a friend waiting with a blanket and space for your heavy thoughts. You curl up with your knees tucked close, the cushions sinking just right as the afternoon light softens across the brick. Outside, the city wears a coat of snow, but in here the warmth stacks up in layers of fabric, wood, and quiet. You trace little patterns in the frost along the glass and watch breath fog turn the skyline into something dreamy. Here, time loosens, and you remember that doing nothing for a moment can feel wonderfully full. By dinner, the big table turns into the heart of the loft, with grain glowing softly under the scattered candlelight. You line up simple plates, linen napkins, and mismatched glasses because nothing here needs to feel stiff to feel special. The city outside glimmers behind the windows, snow resting on roofs, while the room fills with laughter, clinking cutlery, and easy conversation. Iron chairs creak a little when everyone leans back, and that small imperfect sound somehow ties the whole moment together. You look around, breathe it in, and think this is how a winter evening should feel, and unhurried. Morning in the kitchen starts slow, with bare feet on warm oak and the faint smell of coffee already drifting through. You slide a hand along the island, feeling every nick in the wood, each mark from meals that turned into memories. Sunlight spills over the counter, sparks off metal and ceramic, and turns the everyday clutter into some kind of quiet, still life. Outside, rooftops sit under fresh snow, but you are here barefoot, stirring a pot, humming nothing in particular, completely at home. This kitchen does not try hard. It holds your mornings together, warm, simple, and familiar. Sometimes you stand at the island for no real reason, just tracing the wood lines while waiting for water to boil. Sunlight lands right on the countertop, turning crumbs, cups, and scattered fruit into something surprisingly beautiful and worth noticing. You lean on one elbow, hip brushing a stool, listening to the distant city, while the room feels like its own little world. The iron brackets, the worn edges, the tiny scars from knives and plates all tell stories only you really remember. You tap your fingers, lose track of time, and every pause here makes the day feel softer. At the coffee corner, mornings feel like a tiny ritual, even on the days when you are running embarrassingly late. You scoop beans, listen to them rattle in the grinder, breathing in that rich scent that always calms you down. Sunlight slides over the cups and jars, making the metal shine and casting little shadows that dance along the brick. Outside, the snowy city keeps rushing, but in this corner you stir slowly and let your shoulders finally drop. You take that first sip, close your eyes for a heartbeat, and remember you can always restart the day from here. By evening, the minibar glows like a quiet jewel, bottles catching light and glass shelving reflecting tiny warm highlights. You trail a finger along the counter, choosing a bottle less for the label and more for the mood you want. Outside, the city is still bright against the snow, but here everything slows, softened by amber liquid and low music. You clink a glass gently against the wood, watching rings form, not even worried about marks because they feel honest. This little corner turns casual nights into memories, no plans needed, just warmth, conversation, and the city glowing nearby. When you finally drift into the bedroom, it feels like walking into a deeper exhale, softer and quieter than the rest. Brick behind the bed grounds everything, while layers of blankets and pillows pull you in like a familiar, forgiving hug. You watch snow settle on distant rooftops through the tall windows, the city muted and beautiful from this safe, elevated nest. The iron beams above somehow make the room feel honest, like the structure is quietly promising to hold your dreams. You sink into the mattress, toes sliding into warmth, and let the day peel away without needing goodbye. In the bedroom corner, two worn leather chairs face the windows like reserved seats for whoever needs a quiet moment most. You drop into one, listening to the faint city noise drift through, softened by glass and the hush of falling snow. A small table stands between you, holding a book you keep meaning to finish and a mug that keeps getting refilled. Light brushes across the chair arms and your knees, turning the whole space into a soft frame you never get tired of. Some nights you sit here, breathing, thinking, and letting the quiet room hold every worry. The closet feels like a tiny boutique tailored only to you, with open racks and shelves lining brick and painted walls. You glide your hand along hanging clothes, fabrics brushing your fingers as the soft lighting makes everything look slightly more glamorous. Sunlight slices in from the slim window, touching leather boots and woven baskets, turning this functional corner into an unexpectedly charming scene. You stand in the middle for a second, no rush, deciding who you want to be for the day. Here, even choosing a sweater feels like an act of care, another layer against the long winter. The vanity nook catches that soft side light, turning little jars and bottles into tiny sculptures lined up just for you. You sit down, pull the stool closer, and watch your reflection shift as the morning brightens slowly across the mirror. Brick, metal, and warm wood frame the scene, making even the simple act of brushing your hair feel like unwinding. Outside, the snowy city waits, but in here time stretches, and you move gently, choosing colors like tiny daily promises. You smile at yourself, not perfectly polished, just real, and suddenly the whole day feels a little more possible. The guest room keeps things simple, but it never feels spare, more like an easy invitation to drop your bag. You smooth the blankets, plump the pillows, and laugh at how often you end up napping here yourself. Light pours through the window, catching dust in the air and turning the iron bed frame into a delicate winter silhouette. Brick warms one wall, soft gray wraps the others, and everything feels calm enough for anyone to settle in quickly. You like knowing friends will land here, tuck into the covers, and wake up thinking this loft loves them back too. At the workspace, your desk faces the window like a gentle dare to dream bigger than the streets below. You drop into the chair, slide your laptop open, and feel that familiar mix of possibility and mild chaos. Sunlight pools across the wood, kisses notebooks and coffee rings, while the snowy skyline waits like a quiet audience outside. You pin ideas on the wall, stack sketches beside you, and type like the room is cheering you forward. Even on messy days, this corner reminds you that work can feel human, creative, and surprisingly gentle when the space is right inside. The library wall makes you grin every time, stacked with crooked books and little treasures that never quite found homes elsewhere. You drop into the lounge chair, feet up, feeling the leather cradle you as pages flutter softly in your hands. Sunlight spills in, sliding across spines and turning dust in the air into slow-moving sparkles floating through the quiet. Outside, rooftops blur under snow, but you are lost between paragraphs, totally forgetting emails, notifications, and unfinished lists. You close the book eventually, sigh once, and promise yourself there will always be time to come back here again soon. The kids' room hums with quiet energy, even when it is tidy, toys lined up like they are waiting for stories. You straighten the sheets, smile at the little drawings taped to brick, and fix the pillow in its familiar dip. Snowy light pours across the floor, catching tiny cars, crayons, and stuffed animals, turning the everyday mess into something adorable. You sit on the edge of the bed, listening to small secrets, big questions, and sleepy giggles filling the space. Every night, tucking them in feels like stitching another memory into the walls, soft and safe against the winter. The play corner explodes with color, even against brick and iron, blocks and crayons scattered like little ideas across the floor. You kneel down, pull open baskets, and instantly lose track of time building, drawing, and laughing harder than you meant to. Light from the windows paints toys in bright patches, while the snowy city outside suddenly feels very far from this chaos. You stack everything back eventually, not perfectly, but enough to make space for the next round of joyful disaster. This corner reminds you that growing up should stay playful, even when life elsewhere feels heavy and organized. Out on the balcony, the air bites a little, but the view instantly steals your breath in the best way. You wrap a blanket tighter, Sink into the chair and watch snow settle on rooftops and railings below. The city glows softly, not harsh, more like a backdrop to your quiet moment with warm hands around a mug. Iron, wood, and fabric come together out here too, making this little strip of sky feel just as designed as inside. You stay until your cheeks sting, promising to remember this exact view whenever the season shifts and the snow finally disappears. There you have it, our complete tour of the industrial vintage winter loft apartment, blending rugged brick and iron with those irresistible cozy layers that make winter feel magical. From the art-filled hallway to the kids' playful corner and that dreamy balcony view, every space flows with warm oak floors, natural sunlight, and urban snow charm. Which room would you claim first? Drop a comment below, smash that like button if this inspired you, and subscribe to Aptistic for more loft tours and design dreams. Turn on notifications. Your next cozy escape is coming soon. See you in the next one.